Yeah, so this is basically continuation of the previous challenge statement. So right now we are basically at step 2A. So once you interpret the drawing, you next step is basically for you to look for the material. Unlike Lego, you have different colors, different shape that you can basically find the parts easily. But for steel reinforcement, a lot of them look identical and they are all in the same color. So currently, we are also assembling, fitting up some of the racks which you can see on the left photo, bottom left. Basically, we try to fit everything into one. So we group by the same shape and diameter. So you basically will speed up the process of searching the material. Right now, you can look on the middle photo is sometimes it's scattered all over. So the worker really had to individually go and find the item, the tag, then they know which to place. So another part is the sorting part. So when we receive from the supplier, usually they come in a trailer. So this trailer they could combine maybe 10 modules together. Then when we hoist it up to the level, we basically need to lay and sort and accordingly. So this is the current method which we are doing now. Of course, we try to fabricate more racks. So when the material comes, the worker basically fit onto the individual rack. Next slide, please. You can see very closely here, right? We basically group by shape, dimension, and put into a rack. So this is the one that we are using right now. Of course, it comes in many shapes and sizes. So basically, as far as possible, we will try to group those common ones together so that the ease of finding is easier compared to you lay all over the floor. Lay all over the floor is like jigsaw puzzle. You really have to go and identify. With the rack, basically, we can straight away know, okay, this particular item is for one corner of the PVC. We can just straight away take as example. Yeah. So, but then there are some bulky items, they are not really all sorted. The quantity is also different. It can be as minimal as 1 pieces to 20, 30 pieces. So it's really very difficult to have a rack that we can really place everything together. Some of them you have to put on the rack, some of them you need to put on the floor. Then you really have to go and find, then piece together. Next, please. Next slide, please. Yeah, so basically we are looking for a smart storage management solution that can really improve the identification and collection of the rebar parts by the worker. Racking is one of the solutions. The rack must be flexible enough where it can cater all sorts of shape and sizes. So for every new project that we do, this particular rack can be used and recycled. Then it's configured to individual racking rather than right now what we are using is a standard kind of racking where we try to utilize. So if the innovators can come up with some innovative way of configuring the rack in different way by studying the part number, I think it will be helpful for the team. Of course, one way is to work with the supplier to incorporate ID tagging. But then sometimes when the tag come, they drop off, so the workers have to measure and identify. So this is one way where we can explore. Next slide, please. Yeah, the expected outcome basically is to assist the worker to reduce the time to identify the collect the rebar needed for assembly. That's all. Any questions?
Yep. Thank you, Kok Heng. So currently for the trolley that you are using, right, what will you be able to estimate what's the loading, the current loading?
Loading as in the weight of the
Oh,
entire rack, including materials.
yes, correct.
This one will basically less than 500 kg because the whole cage basically is about close to 2 tons, 2000 kg. So for this particular small item, it will be less than 500 kg.
Mhm.
Yeah, of course the wheel must be sufficient strong enough to basically support the loading. Then you can transfer around. Easily, I would say 500 kg. Yeah, for one
Okay.
particular cage.
Yep. For our audience, we also like to share that on our website there's a resource that you will be able to see the different types of rebar parts, the length and the shapes. These are made available on the website so that you have a better idea of how the rebar part would look like. Yeah, and yeah, we we haven't received any new questions. thank you so much for spending time to share insights regarding this challenge statement. Yeah, we look forward to see the solutions, the proposals that is coming in for the BM program. Oh, there's a question that came in.
Sure.
Is there only 95 rebar parts for the assembly process?
It varies, usually more than 100 parts. More than 100 parts. It's for different PVC marking, like Mr. Bonnie showed earlier. You have living room, you have bedroom, all requires different parts. It's not fixed.
Mhm.
Of course, we have to study the drawing, different parts. Of course, good thing is it's repeatable. Let's say we cast one HDB project, we have few thousands modules, but then it's repeatable. So if you do for one, you can actually repeat for the rest.
With that, we come to the end, towards the end of our Q&A session.